From dawn to dusk, it's about safety, 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 and it affects every part of our lives.
It's not just slips, trips, and falls. It's more about operational excellence and system integrity and ensuring that we keep the product in the pipeline so we're able to protect the public and the environment.
Safety to me goes beyond hard hats, PPE, procedures. It goes down to a culture.
It's taking extreme accountability and ownership in occupational and operational safety situations for yourself as well as others.
Safety is when we all share the same beliefs and tolerate the same level of risk.
Safety is about discipline. It's about getting the little things right every single day, following our procedures every time, following our policies every single time, and taking pride in doing so.
Safety for me is a lot broader than it used to be, and that includes really working across all the departments in the company. Everything from management of change to how we interface with engineering standards to the traditional occupational safety.
The culture of safety, the attitude and the approach have changed a fair amount. There's been significantly more focus on process safety and communication around how we do our job and specifically preparation for doing our job.
Safety to me is living Colonial's core values, one of which is innovation. I think it's important that Colonial continues to be a leader in technology development, innovative approaches to maintaining pipeline safety, continuing to drive for innovative solutions to maintain pipeline safety.
In some places, we're trying to get ahead of the curve and use technology in ways to operate our pipelines. It's never been done. So change management becomes very important. Training becomes very important to make sure folks understand how to use it.
It's engaging with industry and learning from them as they also learn from us.
It's working with our vendors and encouraging them when they see something that is concerning to them, that they pick up the phone and they let us know it as soon as possible.
This whole company revolves around safety. We actually cover that in our pre-job safety meeting every morning.
Tailgate meetings, process hazards we have to look at, JSAs, and of course the pink sheet on a daily.
A lot of safety is, from a procurement perspective at least, making sure that our contractors are working safely, making sure that we've vetted them effectively, and that we're evaluating their safety performance in addition to all the other measures that we manage.
One of the elements of SMS is contractor safety. I've seen changes in the contract orientation program and contract inspector orientation program. So there's just a lot more clear communication I think we've gotten a lot better at.
Safety includes working with the field towards mitigating and transferring any risk that come up on their daily activities as much as we can through engineering controls.
Anything we do around here, you gotta get your plan together before you go out to do it. Make sure you grab all the right equipment.
It's good to be able to look over what we're doing and kind of recognize some things that need to be changed and adjusted as we go along.
I really like the idea of you check it, you do it, you check it, and then you get somebody to come behind you and check it.
But I also want to make sure that I get a gauge that if anybody's dealing with anything personal or they're disengaged from the day or distracted for whatever reason, in some capacity, what can I do to make sure that I, get them focused on the here and now.
Ensure that my guys have the correct tools, the correct knowledge, and know what to do in case of an emergency.
I stress the basics, making sure everybody understands that anybody and everybody can shut the job down. And it's not just an action they can take, it is also their responsibility. If they do see something unsafe, it is their job to shut the job down.
In order to prevent incidents from occurring, there are certain methods and processes from MOC to PHA, PSSR, to help project managers, help engineers, help technicians discuss and identify and plan for, and then more importantly, mitigate as we head into what we think might be a hazardous situation.
When it comes to critical infrastructure, cybersecurity isn't limited to damaging a company's reputation or losing customer data anymore, but could potentially jeopardize individual safety too. Cybersecurity emphasis is fundamental. We've expanded our project and our programs. We've provided defense in depth And we have evaluated our risks and are addressing them based on priority and value to the organization.
There are multiple things that we do within the recruiting and hire process that impact safety at Colonial. During the interviewing process, we ask questions around personal safety standards that candidates have implemented themselves. We conduct background checks and drug screening. Ultimately, we understand hiring the wrong person can lead to safety risks.
Making sure that the individuals who are out there performing work on the right-of-way every day, dealing with asset integrity issues, anything that we get from our community neighborhoods we work in and live in, is making sure that we can look them in the eye and tell them that we have a solid compliance program and we do everything we can to keep it in the pipe.
It's keeping the product in the pipe. Now that may be making sure that my set points are set correctly, my high set points are set correctly in the PLC, making sure that the tank level is set point and making sure I've verified that, making sure all the point-to-points are done correctly within the alarm management system.
So the incident investigation, analysis, and lessons learned element is all about taking a hard look at both internal and external incidents and near misses, and then applying the lessons learned from those incidents and near misses so that we can continuously improve.
We're in the process of rewriting all of our PVs to make them harder, more difficult, more associated with our Colonial procedures. And I think that ultimately is going to make our guys that are out there performing these high-risk tasks safer, because we're effectively and efficiently training them and then qualifying them on these DOT-regulated tasks that are considered high risk.
So pressure cycle reduction, it's going to extend the remaining life of anomalies such as cracks and dents that are subject to cyclic failure. And by doing that, you're basically reducing exposure to employees and contractors who are involved in emergency response or pipeline repair activities.
It means keeping the environment safe. It means keeping the public safe. Communication is very important.
We often find ourselves being in a reactionary type position. And so what I really try to do is, once we've kind of handled the situation, take a step back and look at what could we have done on the front end to prevent the situation we're now in.
If I haven't done that task before, I like to talk to other people and say, okay, what things do I need to watch out for? How do I approach this? If I have this situation, what do I do? Because at the end of the day, I'm responsible for all those people out there. And if I make the wrong decision, or if I don't follow the procedure correctly, or if I don't have that used prior experience, then I could have somebody hurt.
That attention to detail that we all have to do.
It's really just a prevention of anything that bad could happen.
We're getting there. We're not there yet, but we're getting there.